real life. Let's get it. I'm a New York nigga. Bust me down on that Newport nigga. Give a fuck what you thought, nigga. This is uncooked coke, sea salt, nigga. Let's go. I roll around in big trucks. Whole crew can get like us. Nah, I don't say much out of town. This niggas always say I'm playing too much. Big band stacked up. Yeah. Keep that case, do act up. Cadillac truck, room back up. Cops looking for answers, but don't ask us. There's big bucks in the club. I give no fucks in the club. My cousin swiping, so we showing niggas love. And the vibe is all good, but don't get it fucked up. Get left in the club. I almost got an F in the club. Look, don't have step in the club, cause the Ruger go boom up in your chest in the club. I'm a New York, and niggas selling the crack. I'm a New York, and when niggas busting the gap. I'm a New York, and niggas know how to act. I'm from New York, and when niggas killing on racks. I'm a New York, and niggas selling the crack. I'm a New York, and niggas busting the gap. I'm a New York, and I don't know how to act. I'm from New York, niggas.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy DJ Doowyah. We here. This is a new segment of our podcast that I'm gonna be doing. This called Inside the Industry, and I'm gonna be interviewing some industry people as well as artists that I feel are either up and coming or have done major things within the game. And today I got one of the brightest gems on the West Coast that I've come across in a little while, man. His name is Meez. He's coming out of Fairfax, Cali, and that's part of the Bay Area. So, no further ado, I'm gonna bring him on. Here's Meez, y'all. Meez, what's good, bro?
Man, I'm straight. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. So just give I told the people about Fairfax a little bit, but just give the people like your background, who you are and where you come from.
Nah, it's all good. You not to correct you, but it's Fairfield. We from
Fairfield. I said Fairfax. You know why I said that? Is because
Fairfax is like more in LA. Yeah.
Is you know what? When you said my bad, I messed that up. But I used to actually live in a county in Virginia called Fairfax, so that's why.
There's a Fairfax out here too, but it's a little bit down south.
Okay, so yeah, thanks for correcting me on that. So it's Fairfield, and how when did you how long did you live there? I've been in Fairfield since I was about like 9 years old. Originally, I was born in San Francisco, California, though. Okay, so how far is it from San Fran?
It's probably like an hour.
Oh, okay. So, but it's all considered like I'm not really too familiar with that area of Cali. Like I actually, my father used to live in Inglewood, so I know that a little bit, but I never actually been in the Bay Area.
Right.
So it's kind of foreign to me, but
right.
But yeah, so as far as like your particular, because like you said, you heard from the song that I was just playing. I'm a New York guy, and New York people are real entitled, man. Especially when it comes to hip hop, right? So we be on some other stuff. So,
right.
Do you feel like your particular area, and I'm gonna just go Fairfield? Do you feel you guys are overlooked, and when it comes to West Coast hip hop?
Yeah, for sure, man. Fairfield is kind of a small town, you know what I'm saying? And as far as Bay Area goes, like it's like on the outskirts of the Bay Area. Some people may consider it Bay Area, some may not. It just depends on who you talk to. But we definitely slept on, man. But we got a lot of talent out here, and a lot of notable people be coming out of our area, you know what I'm saying, and in the surrounding areas. But yeah, for sure, we get overlooked, but that's okay. I'm trying to change that.
So when did you start your your journey as an MC?
Originally, I lived in Indiana for a short period of time too. That's where my father's half of the family is from.
Okay.
And while we were out there, I was always interested in hip hop and all that, but my mom had entered us in a contest for a radio station, and it was like a Black Expo kind of talent show type of thing.
Yeah.
And I was probably around like 6 years old. My brother was maybe about like 9. She entered us in the contest. She wrote all our raps. She had us talking about like real positive stuff, first Black president, things of that nature. And yeah, ever since then, I just been hooked, man. I like the feeling of putting out music and receiving feedback from the people. You feel me?
That's funny that's a good segue because oh, hold on. That's a good segue because I wanted to ask you. I see that you direct videos, you engineer, you said that you also ghostwrite. So,
Right.
what's like your favorite part of the process? You strike me as a person that loves the process.
Oh, absolutely. My favorite part is just the whole creative process. Kind of making something out of nothing. So, I like to hear the beat. I like to construct the lyrics. And I like to get that finished product, but like you said, trusting the process is the exciting part. You know what I mean? Formulating everything and then watching how it all comes together in the end. It's just dope to me. You know what I mean? Because you essentially created something from nothing.
And typically, like, whenever I hear a new artist, it's like something that I've done since I started listening to this music at like 10 years old, where I could really understand what they were talking about and stuff. So ever since 10 years old, man, I've been comparing artists, and
Right.
everybody has something that I can probably relate to another artist, but you in particular, man, it's I because I don't want to come off like that I'm talking bad about the West Coast, but like it's more vibes I always felt over in the West Side, and
Right.
you come with like a different type of like, it's like prophetic, right? So that's the right word, right? It's the way you put your words together. It's always has like, it strikes me like it's the words, because some people, I like the flow too. Don't get me wrong, but
Right.
it's the words and the flow. Like who was some of the people that inspired you to really put your style together?
Me personally, I always say it. I say it in like every interview, but I was a real big Nipsey Hussle fan before the brother passed away.
Okay.
Uh, he resonated with me real tough, and then you being from the East Coast, you could probably agree with me. But I think Jada Kiss is probably one of the best rappers ever. That's always been my favorite rapper. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh man, yeah, Kiss and Nipsey. That's two of my favorites right there, man. Like Nipsey. I mean, obviously I'm on the East Coast, so
right.
We got Nipsey a little later than y'all. So
Right.
I started listening to Nipsey around like 2009 when he dropped the Bullets Ain't Got No Names on It. I think of part 2, and
Yeah,
I've just been a fan ever since. I copped the everything that he put out, man. I was even the day that he passed away, like I was listening to him. So
right.
Always been a huge fan, and of course, Kiss. That one of my co-hosts that are on the show with me normally. He's like the biggest Jada Kiss fan. We did a whole bars thing with Jada Kiss. So yeah, Jada Kiss is definitely considered one of the illest MCs. So that merge of Jada Kiss and Nipsey, that's I definitely hear that. I definitely hear that. So who are some of the people in? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying I'm hugely influenced by both of them for sure.
Yeah, I can definitely hear it in the music, but because you give me that like true West Coast sound, but with bars too and delivery, and it's dope. It's definitely dope.
Thank you.
And like who's some of the local guys that in Fairfield that you would want to shout out, because I know there's probably other dope artists in that area.
Yeah, we got a lot of dope artists, man. What makes us different in Fairfield, just to kind of touch on it, is the Bay Area, like you said, is more like vibes. It's kind of like more beats and the feeling of the music more than the lyrics. But for whatever reason, the people that come out of Fairfield are more lyric driven and lyric heavy. So I got a collective that I'm around, that I rock with. My brother, of course, his name is Too Easy. Another one of my folks that I consider my brother is Infamous Kaboo, my boy Gutter Mac. Killer L, Trill Lee, my boy Dex, Peacoat. And then we got people that are outside of our circle, but it's people that I also deal with, like somebody I grew up with, super talented, my brother Taji Spitz, Shield Mac Reese. We got it's a lot of talent in Fairfield, man. So you know what I mean? I feel like we get kind of overlooked because some people may or may not consider us the Bay Area, and I feel like it's a fraternity to say the least. You know what I mean? If you're not within the circles, people may not deal with you the same way. So we have our own type of unit that's within the 707. That's the area code. So
okay,
yeah, a lot of talent here though.
Yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. It's called the 845, and we're not part of New York City, so we're like upstate. So we get kind of like overlooked as well, because they don't consider it. They're like, oh, y'all upstate, man. Y'all ain't in the city, blah blah blah. But I definitely get where you're coming from. So that's another good segue because this business is really, it's ups and downs. It's a lot of perseverance and you got to go through a lot of stuff to gain and maintain the success. So like, what would you consider like your first win in the game that made you like, oh man, yo, I can really do this?
I feel like I've had some notable moments. They may be small to some people, but to me, I feel like I've had a few wins. But maybe my first real win was getting on the soundtrack of this movie called American Bad Boy. It was starring Cat Williams. My boy Big V, Marshall Tubbs, he helped me facilitate that, and I went down to LA, did the whole red carpet, got to mingle with a lot of celebrities and all that stuff, and I felt like it was just my first introduction to the Hollywood type, feel and lifestyle, and I felt like it was something dope. You know what I mean? It's something that the world can view, and you can find it in Redbox and all these different places, and I got to have my music be a part of it, and it just made me feel good.
That's dope. No, that's a huge win, man. Definitely. Those type of things is because it takes, like I said, it takes a lot of perseverance in this and a lot of belief in your own self and an inner fight kind of to make it in this thing. So yeah, definitely. And also I wanted you to shout out, you're the face of it, but I'm sure there's people that's behind the scenes helping you do a lot of things. So I just wanted you to, take the time out and give those people their flowers as well.
Yeah. Some of them I just mentioned, but I'll bring them once again. We have a collective of people, and we go by BFA, brother from another. And these are people that I feel like are equally as talented and people that have helped me along my way. And like once again, my brother Too Easy, Peacoat, Gutter Mac, Killer L, Dex, Eddie Black, Trill Lee. It's a nice group of people, and they're all, like I said, equally as talented in their own rights and doing their own thing. But they have greatly helped me have a support system around what it is that I'm doing. So I want to give them people they flowers as well.
Yeah, that definitely. And the next question I had was, who is BFA? So you definitely, you just answered that question for me. So looking back at your history, I saw that you had lost a lot of weight, and you went from 300 pounds to like almost 200, under 100, 190.
Yeah,
let's talk about that because man, I feel like beating drugs and losing weight are some of the toughest things mentally that you have to overcome, because you have to eat, you know what I mean? Sure. And you have to, so it's changing your whole, just talk about that and how,
Well, it's interesting you said that, because the correlation between losing weight and drugs is kind of similar. It starts with a mindset type thing, you know what I mean? So like you said, you have to eat, but eating is a way of living. The way that I kind of look at it right now, eating is a form of survival instead of something that you should indulge on. So I look at food like fuel. You know what I mean? You need a certain amount of fuel to feed your body, to be able to move, to be able to do your day-to-day things. So I just kind of had to regulate the amount of fuel I'm putting into my body and the type of fuel. Like, if you got a foreign car, you might need to put premium gas in that. So I feel like you should look at your body the same way. If you want the amount of fuel and the right type of fuel, you got to put the right type of food and nutrients into your body. So I started a job, and when I started the job that I currently have, it was more manual labor. So it wasn't me like sitting behind a desk. So that forced me to be active for 9 hours out of the day. And then on top of being active and being on my feet and moving around, I just made more positive choices with my eating habits. I cut out red meat. I rarely eat red meat. I might every now and again, you know what I mean? But it's not in my regular diet. I stick to more lean meats like chicken, turkey, fish, that type of stuff. Eat a lot of vegetables. I don't drink soda anymore. Cut back on like liquor intake, things of that nature, and just made more positive decisions in my mind. But like I said, the correlation with losing weight and drugs is the same way, because drugs can be an addictive thing. You know what I mean? But it's all a part of the way you look at it and the way that you're thinking. This is something that you need. So it's the same with food. Like these foods that we love to eat, because I love to eat. It's not necessarily something that you need to have. It's more of a want than a need. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of how I look at everything overall. And yeah, it's been a journey, man. I've been doing it for probably like 5-6 years now. I calorie count. I go to the gym 5 days out of the week, maybe 6. And I'm just focusing on me. I was just talking to my brother the other day, and I told him that nobody is perfect, but you can become the best version of yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do. I have a child, and I'm trying to be around long for my kids. So, you know what I mean? It was a conscious thing that I did.
Do you have obviously you said you just had kids. How many kids do you have?
I just have one. I have
One?
a daughter. She's 11 years old. She's about to be 12 in June. Her name is Aliana.
Nice. Yeah, I got 3 kids actually. So it's definitely hard to, do this with children. It's this game, man, is so many ups and downs. I've been doing this for like 25 years, man. So it's rough. What was the next thing that I wanted to get into? Who's some of the producers that you've worked with, or you plan to work with in your up and coming releases?
As of late, I kind of just received I put my email out there. My email is on my Instagram and my Twitter and all these other things. And just in the internet age, like it's so many producers that are scrolling and trying to find you. So I receive like crazy amount of beats in my email all the time. But coming up, I messed with my boy Von Johnson real tough. He shot a lot of my earlier videos also, but he was an earlier producer that I was dealing with. As of late, been messing with my boy Sticks in the Mix, Gibbo. I'm at my folk studio right now. He's another prominent producer. His name is Vidal Garcia. So it's a lot of people that I deal with, but I have my select few that are kind of my go-tos and the people that I, frequently use. But kind of open-ended though. Like people send me stuff, and if it sounds good, then I jump on it and we build a relationship from there.
And as far as like your music, do you mix your own music, or do you have like a go-to guy as far as an engineer? Because I know you engineer, but do you at this point in your career, is it necessary for you to do it yourself?
It's not always necessary, but sometimes it makes it a little bit easier. I have a studio that's in my home, so if I'm like doing a song and I'm kind of pressed for time, and I, you know what I mean, or I need to like do a show set or something of that nature, then I'll probably do it myself. But right now, I deal with two main engineers, which is Vidal Garcia, the person I just mentioned, and another guy named Ryan Palmer. Those are two of the people that I think are super talented in the engineering space, and I've been dealing with both of them a lot. But yeah, I still engineer myself as well, you know what I mean? But it's just like more of a time thing, you know what I mean? I would rather send my stuff out and get it back, whereas I have more time to create, write, that type of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because time management is the key to everything, and when you have somebody that, because I'm sure you engineered in the beginning, because these dudes don't know how I'm supposed to sound, and when you find somebody that has that sound quality that you're looking for, you definitely want to stick with them.
I mean, honestly, it's it was also out of necessity. Like a lot of the stuff that I do, I had to learn because in the beginning I didn't really have the money to keep outsourcing people and stuff. So I was like, why not learn how to do this and save a few dollars instead of every time I drop a song, I got to pay this person, pay this person, pay this person before I figure it out. You know what I mean? So my whole thing was out of necessity. And now, you know, like I said, my means are a little bit better and I can outsource and it saves me time. So.
Right. So, what was the next thing I had here? I saw that you went to the it was the Empire brunch. Oh,
yeah.
Are you dealing with Empire at all, or you know, were you invited,
I know some of the people over there. I'm not signed to Empire, even though that would be something that I wouldn't mind doing. But they're within my area. They're from San Francisco, which is the place that I was born. So a lot of the people that are signed and a few of their artists I know personally, and it was just more of a networking situation. I had a show with Juicy J and Erica Banks, put on by these people called Run to Play, my folks in LA, and they put us on there, you know what I mean, to perform. And then while I was out there, that Empire brunch just happened to be going on, and we found our way inside just by knowing mutual people. So it was a great networking opportunity. But I'm not a part of Empire, you know what I mean?
Okay. So I thought you might have been a part of it, because the next question I was going to ask you was, you know, how do you feel about, you know, the conspiracy kind of theory with Empire about the artist being, you know, they put assassinated. So.
Right. I mean, that's interesting because I've seen the stuff that you had seen too, similar stuff. But I feel like it's a lot of conspiracy things that are out there, and you can kind of take it with a grain of salt. Right. But I feel like more than anything, what I can say about Empire is a lot of their artists are in the streets, and you know that comes with it. And I believe in speaking things into existence. And I feel like a lot of the people that are passing, and it's not to say that their passing isn't unfortunate, because it absolutely is. You know what I mean? Anybody losing life is unfortunate. But I also believe that you speak things into existence. If you go back and look into some of these people's music, they talk about death a lot. You know what I mean? They talk about killing a lot. That's why I have a background from being in the streets and me doing stuff in the streets, but I try to refrain from speaking a lot of that stuff on myself, because I feel like the power of the tongue is important, and that can reciprocate. You can say some things that, you know, you're going to bring into fruition later on in life.
Yeah, and I could definitely tell that in your music, because it's everything is kind of, and it's not preachy, but it's to uplift. You know what I mean? It's telling you about stuff that you be going through, fake friends. You know what I mean? My joint is like everything that it's like. You're saying some stuff, man. I actually put together like a playlist of your all the songs that I love that you put out. So when this video comes out, it'll be attached to it as well, so people can check out your music.
Absolutely, I appreciate that.
So I mean, you've been a fan of hip hop for a long time. How do you feel about this is the 50th year of hip hop? How do you feel about the evolution of it and where it's going in 2023 and beyond?
Well, I feel like there's positives and negatives. I feel like the positive is this business has become the most lucrative genre of all genres, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And the people that created hip hop may not have necessarily benefited from what people are benefiting from it now, but they were the creators of it, and they created something that's a multi-billion-dollar business. So I feel like that within itself is a super win for hip hop. I feel like on the negative side, I feel like hip hop has kind of went away from its original origins. Like you said, I'm real heavy on lyrics, cadence, delivery, things of that nature, and I feel like now it's I don't want to say gimmicky, but it's kind of leaning away from the true essence of rap in general. You know what I'm saying? People aren't heavy on lyrics no more. People are more trying to create viral moments and dances and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if we can get back to lyrics, that would be primarily something I would be excited about. But I'm still a huge fan of hip hop. There are artists that come out that I like, but I can't say I'm a fan of everything new that comes out right now. Just me personally.
Yeah, I definitely understand exactly what you're saying. I feel the exact same way.
Right.
Who would you consider? I know you said that, you know, in Fairfield, some people feel like it's part of the Bay, some people don't. When I first looked it up, it said it was part of it, so that's why I kind of geared towards that. But who would you consider is the GOAT of the Bay?
All time GOAT?
Yeah, all time.
I mean, there's a few, but notably the people that I know your listeners will probably know is E40 and Too Short. But we also have Dre, who's another legend. We have Keek the Sneak. We have Yuck Mouth. We have Spice One. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different people that came out of this area that are notably huge names. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like within the Bay Area, we have our own ecosystem, so to say. So a lot of the people, if I was to name people that we consider legends, you might not necessarily know who I'm talking about, but these people are huge here. You know what I mean?
But bro, that's who I want to know. That's who I want to know about. I know who E40 is. I know who Too Short, and you know, that's kind of like the political answer or whatever. But I want to know about those guys that I don't know about. Who's some of the people that you was like, yo, I got to get on such and such's level?
Man, okay. Keek the Sneak, Mr. Fab. Who else? We got Keek, Mr. Fab, Messy Marv.
Okay. Messy Marv. I listen to Messy Marv. He goes, man. He goes.
Oh yeah, sure, man. I hope he gets back to his original essence, because you know he's been going through some things. But he's still a legend, nonetheless. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, San Quinn, Jay Styling, the whole Live Wire, Filthy Rich. Who else? It's just so many artists, man. It's a lot, but those are probably like the most notable names that I can just think of off the top of my head right now. We got D-Lo, my boy Young Gully, Sage the Gemini is from this city. He's from Fairfield.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Sage is. I have a record with Sage, but yeah, he's born in Fairfield. He's from here, so that's somebody I know too. My boy Taji Spitz. Yeah, it's a lot, man. There's a lot of talent, but sometimes it doesn't make it out of here. But they're huge within our ecosystem.
But that's great, though. I mean, if these people can build a name for themselves in their own region, that's really where it starts. And if some people don't even have to make it out of their region,
right,
and be successful. So
absolutely, a lot of these people are relatively successful on the scale of being able to wake up and rap and take care of their families. I feel like that's how I view success. Like, everybody's not going to be Drake or something, you know what I mean? But if you can wake up and do something that you love and be paid for it, then you're already winning. You're successful in my eyes. You know what I mean? And a lot of these people have done that. So salute to all those people for sure.
Facts. You said you was like, yeah, I get $1,200 on a weekend, like just for a show, like right. That's the goals, man. Like, I definitely feel that. I feel that. So I can't let you go really before I ask this question too. Like, I need your top. First, we're gonna go. Oh man. First, we're gonna go West Coast. Top 5 West Coast all time.
Oh man, that's a political right there. Top 5 West Coast all time. I know this one's kind of like a wobbler, but I know Tupac has ties in the East Coast as well as the West Coast, but you know, we heavily consider him from here. So
y'all got him. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I know he got some New York ties too. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I would say Tupac. This is no particular order either.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say Tupac. I would say Snoop Dogg. I would say E40. Tupac, Snoop Dogg, E40. I would say Ice Cube. And I would say Too Short.
Okay. No, I like that list.
Right. I mean, that's the Mount Rushmore.
Mount Westmore, right?
Mount Westmore, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So who would you consider the top 5 of all the regions. Like who's in your top 5 of all time?
My personal top 5 or just in
Right.
general?
Your personal guys, like your personal
My
5 guys that you defend.
My personal favorites, like I said, would be Jadakiss, Nipsey Hussle. I would put Pac in there. Oh man, Jadakiss, Nipsey Hussle, Pac. I would say Method Man.
Oh, nice.
One more. This is gonna be controversial. I'm not a huge Jay-Z fan, but I'm a fan of the brand of Jay-Z, if that makes sense. Of everything that he's done in hip hop, I'm a huge fan. But just if it's just based on just strictly music, I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan, and that might not, you know what I mean. You being from New York, I don't know how you're gonna feel about that.
Oh, man. It's,
but I would put him in.
We've been going back and forth about Jay-Z and Nas since they both came out. So I mean,
oh man, Nas, that's another one. So that would be 6. Yeah, I would put both Jay-Z and Nas in that.
In there, okay, yeah. With Jay-Z, I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. I mean, he's considered the best to me, but I could see how someone is not really into him like that. And
it's not that I'm not into him, because I don't want to take away from his talent. He's definitely talented, but I feel like people hold him to such a high regard. Like my brother is a huge Jay-Z fan, and me and him have this argument all the time. My brother thinks Jay-Z lyrically is the best rapper ever, and I just have my own opinions about that. But Jay-Z, the person, the brand, the business, is probably the smartest person in hip hop history. I will give him that. But I'm just saying, just strictly lyrics, I don't know if I want the best. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of surfacey stuff. He's not gonna go as deep as a Black Thought or some of these other guys that really get it in.
Exactly.
I agree with you there, man. I love Jay-Z, man. He's ill, but I've been lately. I kind of been leaning more towards Nas, and it's crazy because I've just been liking what Nas has been doing as far as film, television, podcasting. He's really been putting on, and I just feel like the way hip hop is now, it's a little bit more than music. So it's like we're adding a lot of different things. Just like this show, it's a part of hip hop, but it's not necessarily music. You know what I mean? So like, I just think that all this stuff adds to what the overall aesthetic of hip hop. And right now, Nas is a little bit further than Jay-Z. Like in this moment, I know Nas is not a billionaire, but he's still climbing up there. He's made a lot of great investments and all that. So
absolutely, don't he like own the Ring app or something like that?
He was one of the first people that invested in it. Yeah.
Genius. Yeah. Everybody home right now, damn near.
Yeah, man. So what can we look forward to, man? You got any new videos drop? Well, I saw it was like a little like Island Vibes new video I saw on Facebook. That was sounding fire too.
That's gonna be a big record, man. Well, I got actually 2 of them, but that one is featuring my boy Mr. Impossible. He's a African-based artist. But I've been sitting on it. I kind of did that last year, but I'm waiting for the summer to roll around so I can roll that out. And then I got another record that's in the same vein, and it's featuring my boy K Suave and Los Rockas. Los Rockas is a big group from Panama, but they're from Oakland, but they're originating in Panama, and they're huge in the Latin space. So those 2 songs are definitely coming out. It's Friend Zone and Find Out. Those what those records are called. But then on top of that, I got to go to LA soon, and I'm doing a 6-song EP with a big DJ in LA. His name's DJ Flip. So I'm supposed to be going down there to do that. I'm just kind of finalizing all of that. So that can be ready to come out. And then I just got a bunch of singles, man. I'm reaching out to different artists and working with different artists within my area. I got a song coming with a prominent battle rapper. His name's Passwords. He's super raw. Y'all check him out. I just did something with another name that's locally growing. His name is Chippas. another song with my folks, Dj Doowyah. And I just got a ridiculous amount of music that I'm just sitting on that I'm finna start filtering and putting out soon. All gonna have videos and all that type of stuff. So I just want to stay consistent and keep putting stuff out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So we definitely love to hear it. Before we get out of here, I didn't want to hold you up too long, and then people attention spans be bare minimum nowadays. So you got to keep this stuff short and sweet. But your rollout process, how far ahead do you think about it? Is it like when I was putting out music, like I would kind of think about it like, all right, this quarter we're gonna do the promo for it. The next quarter we're gonna drop it, and then after that we're gonna come out with a video type deal. Right. So like, just talk about that process a little bit.
Honestly, that's just the way that music is being listened to, and like you said, people's attention spans are so short. This is something that I could probably work on, but I'm just real sporadic. You know what I'm saying? I might not necessarily even think of a rollout plan, and that may help and hinder me at the same time. So that's something that I definitely want to work on and have a stronger rollout. But normally, if I just feel a record is coming out, you know what I mean? And if I got a video, I want to put a visual to it, then I'm gonna put that visual to it, and then I'm just gonna drop it, because we're in such a quick era where people are getting bored, and so much music is coming out that you're gonna get drowned out. So my main thing is to stay creative and stay consistent. And I feel like consistency is key, and it's gonna get me to where I want to be. So I'm just trying to stay in their face constantly. But one thing that I do strategically is I haven't released a full-length project in a while, because I would rather take 15 songs and spread them out for 15 months than give 15 songs within a month and then they're old. You know what I mean? So I do that kind of purposely. But other than that, like I said, it's just kind of sporadic. They just come when they come.
Damn, you took the words out of my mouth, because I was gonna say, I went back, and the first real project I could find was like 2009, and it was like a mixtape that you did.
Yeah, it was called Cold Game, but it was that was like earlier in what I was doing. You know what I mean? The music is cool. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like I've super elevated since then.
Oh, definitely, absolutely. Like just you could just tell you're so much more comfortable in what you have to say and where you're going with it. Definitely, but I kind of said that to say this, like, I noticed that I kind of picked up on it, but I'm one of those people that are really into music and really into the behind the scenes of it. So I noticed that you were just doing singles, and it's funny that you say that, because I was telling somebody else, I was like, yo, bro, it's an artist that I've worked with for a few years, Rich Stars, and I was telling him, man, people love his music, but you don't necessarily have to put out a whole album or a whole project. You could just give them a song and a video and just keep doing that. And in this time and space, that's how it's being consumed. You know what I mean? So I definitely agree with your whole thing. It's unless you're really getting a bag from it, unless somebody's saying, yo, we need these 15 songs and here's some dollars for it, it's probably better to put it out the way that you're saying, as singles.
Absolutely, I agree, man. I feel like it's just you would spread yourself thin trying to drop, like the way people are consuming music so fast. If you were to put out a project, then you're gonna need to be putting out a project every 2 months. Right. Because once you drop 15 songs, I can listen to a 15-song CD in a day. You know what I'm saying? And then I might live with that CD for a week, maybe 2 weeks. It's good, and maybe a month. After that month, it doesn't really have any real replay value. I'm probably gonna pick one song or two songs that I really like, and those are the songs I'm gonna be consistently listening to. But you just gave me 15, so you essentially just wasted your time. I only picked two that I still listen to. Whereas I can take 15 songs, and every month I can give them two. You know what I mean, or one, or however many. You know what I mean, and I can stay in their face for multiple months. They're gonna be like, man, it's the same 15 songs, but they're gonna be like, man, Meez dropping every week. Because that's what it's gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's the same 15 songs.
Yep, that exactly, man. Exactly. And that seems to be where the game is going. It's a weird time, I feel, but it's a beautiful time too, because it takes artists like you, and you're able to really do what you want to do and put out your stuff the way you want to do it. You know,
Right.
I know you obviously you started out in the 2000s, so back then the technology wasn't where it was. We was just trying to burn CDs and then give them out and all that type of stuff, and it's like the technology is it's overwhelming in a way, because
Right.
I feel like it takes away from the music. Like that was the next question that I had for you. Really, as we keep going, I keep coming up with stuff that I
It's
want
all
to ask you. So,
it's all good.
do you feel like there's a difference in the music today, as like feeling like from when you really started wanting to do this and starting getting into this? Do you feel there's a difference between how the music sounds and like the feeling that you get from it?
Yeah, for sure, man. I feel like people put a lot more passion in their music back then. You know what I mean? People were talking about their real lives, and right now I feel like I said, it's more of a not necessarily a gimmick, but it's more of a money grab. Like people aren't putting their real lives into this; they're just kind of trying to create a viral moment. So I feel like the feeling is different, but there are still artists that still put their heart into it. That's why I resonate with somebody like Nipsey Hussle. If you listen to him, he was talking about being an entrepreneur. He was talking about family. He was talking about being a man. And a lot of that just resonates with me. And you don't hear a lot of artists doing that anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh, and then we don't even get diss songs anymore, bro. Like artists, like we can't even get diss songs no more.
I mean,
Like they just
we get them, but they're so surface level. Now it's just all really about being disrespectful more than it is about actually having a good like people just gonna get on there and talk about your dead friends, and I'm gonna
yeah,
spin the block and shoot you when I get there. That's the diss record now. You know what I'm saying? Whereas back then
yeah,
it was
you're
like,
right.
I'm better than you. I can rap better than you. Back then, that's what diss songs was about. You know what I mean?
Right. Like I'll eat your whole crew up and all this stuff. And yeah, exactly.
Now
That's
it's just
exactly
like,
what
I'm
I
gonna
meant.
kill you. I'm gonna kill your mom. I'm gonna kill everybody in your house. I'm
Yeah,
coming down the
dance on
block.
the grave. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's just about, saying the most disrespectful thing you could think of now. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. Exactly, man. So I just hope that I I just hope that the artists that really deserve it, man, get this shot, because I don't necessarily disagree with the youth, and I think it's their time. So I don't want to
Right,
stand in the way, because when I was coming up, I
right,
didn't want to listen to Grandmaster Flash and these people.
right,
So in a lot of ways, the people that I came up with, that's who they are to them. Like my son, he's 13, and
right,
he playing basketball, and they had their last basketball game the other day, and there was a video that they put up that the coach put up on the internet, and they were singing DMX's "Stop, Drop,
right.
Let Them Down,
Classic.
Open Up Shop." But the funniest part was the kids was like, "Yo, throw on that 50 Cent."
Right, right. Like, y'all know who DMX is? Come on now, legends.
And then my son, he says, "Oh man, my dad used to work with DMX." It's like, God, no, it's Ja Rule, buddy.
Right. Like they just think they all the same person at this point, huh?
Right. It's like, damn, man. So I try to, this is what else all is. That's our job, though. To try to give them some game, and just let them, let them grow into what they're gonna become and stuff. So
For sure. Yeah, it all changes, and everybody has their era and their time. And you know, if, like I said, I may not understand a lot of the stuff that's coming out that's new, but it's successful and people are listening to it, and I can't knock nobody for that. So
right,
more is more.
even are you into sports at all?
Heavily, somewhat.
Yeah, that they're about to do the NBA All Star. My son was texting me. He's like, "Who do you think is gonna win?" I'm like, I gotta go with LeBron, man. He don't seem to lose these All Star things.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I know my brother and all them are excited about it. We was just in the studio talking about the dunk contest. I
Yeah,
forget the dude name, but The Caucasian gentleman, I forget what his name is, was I guess just going crazy. They was in there talking about him in there doing video game dunks. Like he was doing
Yeah,
some
yep.
amazing stuff. You know what I mean?
Mac McClung is his name. I should have been watching him go viral since he was in high school dunking. So it was dope to see him on the big stage and getting to do it, man. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, I seen some highlights. He's definitely talented, man.
Yeah, definitely. So, man, I'm not gonna hold you up no more, man. I really want to thank you. This has been a long time coming. Hopefully, we could be able to do it again. Hopefully, I can get you out here on this East Coast for some performances, get you some money.
Man,
that's always good.
Let me know, bro. I'll be on the first flight. I would love to come out there. That's on my bucket list. I've never been to that side of the world, so you know.
Oh,
yeah,
we gotta make that happen. We gotta make that happen. Webster Hall or something.
I got a lot of family in the Midwest, so I've been close, but I've never been that far East Coast. You know what I mean? And I would love to come. So yeah, just keep me posted, bro. Whatever you need.
Absolutely. And then any videos or anything you got coming out, shoot them to us. We're gonna put you on the website that we got, as well as our YouTube and our Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Before you go, just shout out all your social media and all that, where people can reach out to you and all that.
Well, my social media is pretty the same across the board. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. All you gotta do is type in at ICEMEEZ. So just at Meez, and on all platforms, and I'm gonna pop up. You know what I mean? And same on iTunes, Spotify, etc. Yes, it's out there, man. So like I said, I appreciate you, bro. And let's keep building, man. And you keep doing great things with your platform, and keep me posted. So, and let me know how I can support.
Absolutely. So we're gonna get out of here. It's 845 The Mix Show, Inside the Industry. We got Meez on today, man. So keep looking out for us. Make sure you follow me at DJ Doowyah, DOOWYAH, on pretty much all platforms. Just type that in, and you'll get to me some type of way. Shout out to my co-host, Connected People, Qua, as well as Blizz Get It. And we out, man. It's 845. Let's go. 845 to the, what is it, 707, right?
707, man, for sure.
All right.